the response is picking up. But what we're now seeing is what was inevitable, that if we don't get an adequate response in place in the 3 countries where the epidemic is raging, then what will happen is that cases will move. And we've seen it in Spain, we've seen it in the United States. And so still, the task is the same. We've got to get a fully adequate response, meaning all the way into the communities. We need to get care units that also can do treatment way into the communities. And we've just been way too slow in getting that together. What we have to continue to repeat over and over and over again is the answer to this problem has always been the same. Get the response up and running in these 3 countries, and that's the only way that we'll get rid of the incentive to leave. Because right now, if you're a person who thinks you might have had contact with Ebola, but you don't have a fever, the rational thing to do is get on a plane and try to go somewhere where they can treat you, because right now the treatment doesn't exist there, so we got to get it there. If people start saying, hey, I'm going to get the best treatment right here in my country, that's when we'll stop the flow, that's when we'll stop the epidemic, and also that's when we'll stop all the negative aversion behavior that happens as a result of this epidemic. One of the problems is that there was not a rapidly dispensing set of funds that could support an adequate response. And so, when we have a global economic crisis, we have the IMF, and it's wonderful. It's financed at $1 trillion. It's ready to move if there are balance of payments problems in individual countries. But so far, we don't have a mechanism like that for pandemics. And my conviction is that we need one. And between the IMF, the other multilateral development banks, and the World Bank, we think we can put something like that together. Now, if we put a rapidly dispersing fund together, what you'd have to have is a plan. And we didn't have a plan. We didn't have a rapid disbursement of funds. And so we're going to have to step back and really take a hard look at ourselves, be self-critical, and put something together, because this is a slow-moving virus. If it were coronavirus, which caused SARS, if it were a deadly flu pandemic, we would be in big trouble right now. In many ways, the entire global health community is culpable. The entire donor community is culpable. We should have put decent, effective healthcare services in all of these countries. We've been promising to do it for a long time. And so, for us at the World Bank Group, we know that going forward, we're going to have to be even more aggressive putting these systems in place. But I think, it's not a matter of pointing the finger at any one organization. We all need to take collective responsibility. I want to remind everybody in Europe that this is not about blocking your borders. This is about stopping the epidemic where it lives right now.